saying. Sorry to cut off whatever.
Oh, no, it's fine. This is the kind of stuff that we want to talk about because your perspective is needed, especially in this red pill community, because these guys just say a lot of things. Now, here's a very attractive woman. We always get, beautiful women to come on here and we talk about different perspectives, but your perspective, what you see day in and day out, I think dudes need to hear this. So in the strip club, right, in the gentleman's club, how many dudes do you see fall in love with these girls? And how many heartbreaks and just absolute train wrecks have you seen like up in there?
I mean, a lot. Like, I just don't understand. Like, if you're coming in an establishment and you're coming to feel the business, right? You have to at some point be able to understand that we're doing this because this is our job. Like, not gonna lie, a lot of us enjoy it and we find, we love humoring our guests and we love making connections and meeting new people. But once I clock out, I don't want you texting me at 4 a.m. If I did in that chance provide my number. So don't get me wrong, I'll provide my number to good regulars because they book tables through us. They'll let us know I'm coming in with 5 people and we'll, reserve seats at the bar. We'll put a nice little setup or we'll have a card ready for whatever the occasion is. Or my customers like to know when I'm working, so I will put that information out on my socials. But once I'm off the clock, I don't really want to carry on my past 8 hours, if that makes sense. Like at some point I need to shut down too. And I think people just like forget that and then get really hurt and upset when on my day off, I'm not giving him the same level of attention as I gave them on my job. And I've had instances where I've gotten really nasty messages like, good luck with your bartending job, you bitch. Like, can't believe you swooned me and like I spent all that money on you. Can't believe you won't even give me the time of day. I'm like, it's my job. I was supposed to do that. I did my job. Like, so yeah. A lot of people get heartbroken in this industry because they think it's it is genuine though. I hate not saying that, but they think it's going to lead somewhere and they forget that no, we have to be here.
I tell dudes all the time, it's been my experience, and I think it still holds true to today, but technology's changed. But back in the day, I would gauge how good a guy is with his ability to get women by the type of women he can get. All right, you in the club, you hound at the girls who are hanging out. All right, if you a real player, get the waitress's number, get the bartender's number, get the stripper's number, because that was virtually get the stripper's real name. That was like virtually impossible back in the day. Here in Tampa, it's a little different because they have so many clubs.
Yeah.
And now we have social media. Like I don't even ask for phone numbers anymore. Like it's always Instagram. Like we've known each other a long time and we just exchanged numbers and it was always Instagram.
Tampa's a networking city too. Like everyone's trying to like get to know everyone, introduce people, put people on. Like we share information like it's truly our job.
Yeah, and so I tell dudes all the time, like if you and it's another thing I tell them too, like like a real player, a true player can say no to sex. Like if a beautiful woman walks up to me, I can say no to that. I could walk away from a situation where most of these dudes today can't. They're so damn thirsty. How making up a number? Just I'm not going to hold you to it, but what percentage of dudes out there today would you say are like completely thirsty? Like, damn, that's a weirdo thirsty.
75, 80%.
Like 80%?
75. Oh my God. So this shit I've heard, been offered, or been asked, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like.
That is insane. So would you say that dating is hard for men? Is it easy for men? What's your take on that?
I think it's pretty, I don't know. It depends what you're looking for. Again, I think men have it easier than women for sure. Like,
oh, this is where we disagree. You got to get some pushback, girl.
Oh, I think men definitely have it easier for women. There's so many more female prospects, like serious prospects than there are men. I'm sorry, but like in a year, I've humored maybe 2 people. There's no way. Like Tampa's huge. And only 2 people have even like caught my eye and they didn't even make the cut. Like,
so, but the thing is, taking in consideration that most women don't see the vast majority of men, right? And like you said, there's a lot of Eskimo sisters out there because they're going after the same type dudes.
Oh God. Yeah, because there's not that many dudes. That's why there's so many Eskimos.
So top 20 guys are getting on. It's easy for them to get on. What about the bottom 80, which is the vast majority of men? The bottom 80 guys, they can't even get Instagram. They
I
can't.
mean, yeah, when you put it that way. I mean, but no, you can. It's just like you
But I
said,
mean,
who are the bottom 80 focused on? The top 20% of women, probably.
the bottom 80 is trying to get any woman. So there's a huge disparity out there. So let's say, like, we talk about the dating scale, 1 to 10, right? Everyone's like 1 to 10 or whatever. The fives who are men are looking at the fives across the aisle who are women.
And the fives ain't looking at you back.
The fives are looking up. They're all the ones through tens are all looking up to the top 20% of dudes, the 8, 9s, and 10s. And the dudes are just like, we just trying to get on with something. So he's trying to get on with a 3. That's how the big girls are getting all the play.
I mean, but then there's the guys who like, because the problem with women is like you're looking up and that guy's looking up and all the way down. Like he's scanning up and like.
Hey, you sound like a red pill coach, because that guy doesn't have any restrictions. He's hollering at whatever is out there.
Doctors Without Borders for the top guy.
Exactly. So there's a huge disparity. So and like you said, like when you really think about it, not just most women want the same prototype, same avatar in the guy. So he gets the pick of the litter. But what about the bottom 80 guys? We call them the invisible men. Right. The invisible men are just, they're like, what do? We can't seem to get on. And so I would argue that those guys,
you characterize the nice guys. Yeah.
I think those guys have the hardest time. And then we're getting into a situation where women are starting, because of technology, women are starting to realize, like, damn, that Chad, that Tyrone, that millionaire, he's only smashing me. I'm only getting sex. He's never going to wife me up. So then they start looking down, and there's going to be a little bit of animosity there, right? They're going to be a little upset, like, I guess I got to settle. So you got that girl who's a 5, right? And she's looking across at a 5, and she's like, I'm settling for this guy. And she has attitude, when in fact, that's who you're supposed to be with.
Matched up correctly, baby girl.